Thanks,
All right,
Matt.
let's go to Eric, the referee. What do you got, Eric?
I was going to have we'll ponder this question here. Rank the AFC North here. While you guys think about that, let's go to Faith. But I mean, you got the Bengals who got shut out. The Steelers have not been playing good football. The Ravens look like the best team right now.
They do.
Yeah, and it's funny because a couple weeks ago, I think everyone would have put their money on the Bengals. All right, let's go back to the newsroom, and it's a little bit late for us to get back there, but Faith Boone's been standing by all morning. We saw you hanging out. Operators have been standing by. Hi, Faith. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
All right, what are people saying on social media this morning?
Well, on Facebook and Twitter, a lot of people are blaming Hoyer for everything that happened, but there are a lot of people, too, that are saying, you know, it can't be just him. It has to be more than that. It can't just be one guy. It can't just be the quarterback. It has to be the whole team. But it's just a lot of disappointments, and the mistakes just pile up. I mean, it's just one mistake after another, so they can't really pinpoint which one was the worst one. But there's just a lot.
That makes it tough, doesn't it, Faith? But how many people are in love with Coach Betten and his coaching staff right now?
Not too many. Definitely not too many.
It's a little bit different than it was a week ago, and everybody thought we were going to the Super Bowl and we were printing playoff tickets, right?
Right. I mean, what was it, last week or for the past 2 weeks, everybody was like, yeah, we're doing awesome, we're doing great. And now, you know, they lose one game, they're like, oh, this is crap. We're totally going to lose forever.
All right.
It's over. There's
right.
nothing else. Just stop watching it.
Faith, anything in particular on Twitter that you're seeing, that any good rants right now? Take a look at Twitter right now as we talk about it. But anything good going on there right now?
I know that I did see one thing. Someone said the Browns are definitely not going to catch Ebola because they can't catch anything.
Oh.
You knew that was coming.
Yeah. Too
Look at
soon,
that.
not too soon, not too sure.
All righty. Well, hey, Faith, again, tell folks how they can get involved in the show.
On Facebook, you can find us under Woo's News Channel 5, and then on Twitter, you can use the hashtag DAWGS and you can find us under Woo's.
All right, sounds good.
WWF.
Thank you, Faith. We appreciate it.
Yep. See you
All
guys.
right, and make sure you follow her. She's the one that always tweets out the quotes.
She does a good job
from the
with
show
that.
while things are going
Well,
on.
one of the ones she has out there are "Have you lost?" Something about Hoyer.
Have you
Maybe
lost faith?
Lost faith,
Yeah.
and I thought she was playing off of her name.
Oh.
I thought that was really cute. But have you lost faith out of him?
Have I lost faith in
Yeah,
Brian
have
Hoyer?
you?
No, because I'll tell you why I haven't lost faith. First of all, again, and I don't know, is this all excuses? You tell me.
No.
You can count them up. You tell me
Okay,
if they're
all right.
excuses. I expect quarterbacks to have dog games every once in a while.
Okay.
There's a guy in
fair.
New England who had a bad game a couple weeks ago.
He's old and done.
Yeah, so really? I noticed
He's
that
thrown
New
like
England's
10 touchdowns since.
So I expect quarterbacks to have bad games every once in a while. They were never in rhythm, never in sync. They never got themselves in it with no running game. And we talked about this for a second last night. I dare you to go back and look, especially for the first 20 plays. It was always first and 10.
Third and 8, second and 9.
Everything ends 8, 7, 9. And they never really got into a rhythm or a flow with the offense. When you go back to the week before against Pittsburgh, why were they so effective? Misdirection, man. It was all over the place. Yesterday, it was no direction.
To me, I don't think those are excuses first.
Sure,
I think those are realistic things that happen. I think what we really should do, and this is difficult for us to do, let's take a step back and really judge who Brian Hoyer is. We were all caught up last week in talking about contracts.
Yeah, but that wasn't Brian's fault.
No,
but
I
had
agree.
people on
I
Twitter
agree.
yesterday saying Brian Hoyer was too worried.
No, Brian Hoyer's not
Brian's
worried
too
about
worried about his
no.
contract. Really?
No, he's not. That's and I'll play. That's the media's role. It started about this time last week.
That's all BS.
That's not his fault. My point to this is who he is. A guy. He's a complimentary quarterback. He's not Peyton Manning. Hell, Peyton Manning is, and congratulations on him being, getting all these touchdown passes and everything else. Look at the players Peyton Manning has played with since '98.
Sure.
He has played with some great talent year in and year out. And I'm not putting them down. My point is, Brian Hoyer needs a lot of things around him to go well for him to be able to do his part. A lot of those things did not go well. Now, everybody's going to want to talk about the backup quarterback. The backup quarterback would have had the same problems, if not worse, in my opinion, because I've never seen a quarterback play well with pressure up the middle and constantly in third and long. If anything, this should be an eye-opener for either, whether it's Hoyer or Manziel, to where the Browns have to be strong going forward if they're going to win, because neither of these quarterbacks are a top-5 guy that can win the game on his own.
All right, let me do this because we got a couple people on hold. Tubby, I'm going to have you hang on for a second, and the reason why I'm having you hang on for a second is because I think we're going to Scott Seville. Is that right? Yeah. All right. Scott Seville is the president of the Space Coast Browns backers from Palm Bay, Florida, and Otto Graham's son is also a member of that group. Wow. And Tubby, I think you'll see the reason why I'm going to you second. It's because his son is in the background. You got it?
Got you.
All right, good. All right. Scott, thank you so much for joining us today. What was the feeling down on the Space Coast yesterday?
Well, I have to tell you that the Jacksonville Stadium, beautiful stadium, there was a sea of orange walking in. It was just so much fun to be there. Everybody was really excited. But, I mean, ultimately, there was an announcer in the morning, and he said this was a trap game for the Browns. If they didn't stay on their A game, they were going to have challenges. So we were real excited, but, of course, a lot of disappointment at the end of the game.
A lot of disappointment when you look at this game. And obviously, being down in Florida, you hear a lot about Jacksonville. It was a trap game. But were you more surprised that the Browns weren't able to offensively do what they had done in the first 6 games leading up to this one? Or the first 5?
I think I was surprised, but I sort of rationalize it because if you think about it, Alex Mack wasn't there. The guy's an all-pro. And if we don't have the running game, we don't have the passing game. We don't have the passing game, things start to fall apart because, let's face it, we're going to start forcing things to make points.
All right, Scott, before we let you go on your 1-minute rant here, your son, what's your son's name?
What's your name?
Zachary.
Zachary, are you missing school here for this or what?
No.
All right, the bus is coming pretty soon.
He wouldn't mind missing school.
Hey, Scott, I just want to ask you, Cleveland ties, or have you always been a lifelong Browns fan down in Florida?
No, I Beechwood and Cleveland Heights.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait.
Ohio University.
There you go. He's got them all.
You got them all in
Yep.
there. Nice.
No relatives that are teachers. Any?
I'm sorry?
You don't have any relatives that are teachers, that were teachers in the Cleveland Heights system, do you?
Yes, I do. Yep, Monticello.
Oh, Ron was my basketball coach.
Yep.
Who is that? Is that your dad, or is that?
No, that's my his cousin.
Okay, please tell him I said hello today.
I will.
All right, we're going to let you go. I know this is like.
Look at you.
This is
Baskin sits here, does the community reach out rather than what we're talking
Well,
about.
no, his uncle was our basketball coach.
That's
We had a
awesome.
really good team, and I played for him. I played for your uncle, so that's exciting.
Well, you know, I was at the game and somebody just started going off on about Corky and Lenny's and how great it was. And I was thinking to myself, that's my backyard, right?
All right, so Eric, explain to everybody what he's about to do.
All right, this is our weekly Browns backer rant, so Scott will have a minute to rant about whatever he wants.
All right, so here we go. You've got 1 minute to rant. Fire away.
Okay, first thing, 6 things. They had 4 more yards on passing and rushing yards. The second thing was that the run game, no Alex Mack. Of course, we had 2.3 yards of carry. Passing game, our receivers just weren't open. And we talked about it at the beginning of the year. If the receivers aren't going to get open and you don't have a run game, you're not going to get it at all. Special teams F. They were flubbing everything. It was awful. There's no way we can win a game dropping the ball twice on the 7-yard line. To Sean Gibson, 2 interceptions. The guy's a ball hack. And I have to tell you, the one thing that really kind of irked me was that they were blasting music. I don't know if you could tell, but they were blasting music right into the time that Brian Hoyer was out of the huddle and standing at the line calling plays. It was just awful.
All right, you still have 10 seconds. Anything else?
All right, shout out to Pinellas Brown backers, Southwest Orlando Browns backers, and Space Coast Browns backers. Go Browns.
Keep wearing that orange, Scott. You look good, brother.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Please tell Coach Seville I said hello, and I still remember our 2 Hilltop championships fondly. So thank you very much.
Hey, I owe you guys a shirt. Send me an address.
Okay, you're on that.
Oh, wait, the shirt. I didn't show you the
Hang
shirt.
on, let's see the shirt.
Check it out. New shirt. Space Coast Browns.
Oh,
Thank
those
you.
are awesome.
Yeah. I'll definitely wear it. You get me one, Scott. I'll wear it on this show every week, and we'll watch it.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Go to school. Tell him to get to school.
Keep wearing the
We'll see you
Browns
later.
gear.
Thank you. All right, and then close his ears for this one. Tubby Dog is on the line. Hi, Tubby.
What's up?
All right.
I need you to say the words I can't say, Tub.
Yeah, I think that you will probably reflect 95% of all Browns fans this morning, and you obviously will utilize the rules of no rules on this show. You fire away on yesterday's game.
These motherfuckers. I'm telling you what. You know what? I told you at the beginning of the season, I said 4 to 5 wins because there's going to be coaching mistakes. There's going to be rookie mistakes. The ball's not going to bounce our way. But why in the fuck did it all have to happen in one damn game? One game. All of it. All, like the entire shit pile right there on us. I can't believe it.
Keep going.
Keep
Just
going.
keep going because
So,
we can't
so
do
these
anything.
guys,
keep
I
going.
told them, I knew it was going to happen because they had a big meal. They beat Pittsburgh, right? It's a big thing for us. They ate that big meal, and they're like, yes, we got it. And then their stomachs were too full, and they couldn't come out and execute against Jacksonville. They say they didn't look past them, and they didn't underestimate them. Bullshit. I mean, the guy comes out and Bortles throws 3 picks. My boy Tayshaun Gibson gets 2 of them, which, by the way, I seen in his rookie year he was going to be great. I'm just saying that because I seen it. And then Screen comes up, he does okay. And then there's just stupid shit that happens, and it just snowballs, and it got into quicksand. And it's like there was at no point in this game when I felt that we were completely out of it. Like, okay, at some point the Browns are going to wake up, and we're just going to fucking roll them. And we never did. They just sat there like, we're shit. We can't do anything. We can't run. We can't pass.
Let me ask you this. Because they've had all these great comebacks in the second half, do you feel like they kind of get comfortable with these slow starts and go, we'll turn it on, and they never turned it on yet? Because, I was like Tubby in the first half. I'm going, are these guys really going to sleepwalk through the first 30 minutes of the game? I just think that's a bad way to play. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but I think they've played that way for the first 3-4 weeks where we're going, all right, they're going to get it going, and they never got it going yesterday.
Yeah, they just couldn't. I have no idea. I don't know what their deal is, but they need to figure it out, and they need to get over it, and they need to figure out how to beat the frickin' Raiders on Sunday. Because if we go up there and we lose at home to the Raiders, it's over. They lost the entire fan base, and that's it. Stadium will be empty again.
They got too many running backs they're trying to deal with. That's the opinion of mine. I know Kevin Kiley, who we had on the show last night, he didn't see it exactly that way. I think that you have too many guys that are trying to – I just felt like there was no rhythm with the running game. And if you have no rhythm offensively, it's hard to get 3 running backs going, guys.
No, they weren't – I don't think the line was securing their blocks. I mean, this game against Jacksonville was the first time I heard Batano's name called in a bad manner. It was the first time I've seen him get fouls as a rookie. So I think it's the line. It's got to be the line because the running backs are trying to hit their holes. They weren't they weren't as quick as they were against Pittsburgh. They just didn't get up. They didn't have any energy. It was like, they were just dragging ass. Like they needed Red Bull or some damn shit.
Well, the one thing we can say, guys, isn't this the reality check that probably most Browns fans and Browns followers needed? Like I said last week, we were printing playoff tickets and printing Brian Hoyer's next $800 million contract. I think we can go back to being, regular fans and saying, hey, let's somehow find a way to beat the Oakland Raiders, and then we'll worry about Tampa rather than sitting around worried about 3 games all at once.
No, we're still a good team. I mean, we're still in contention. The problem is that we just didn't execute. And for a young team, we kind of needed this as a slap in the face, something to go back to. Okay, look, we cannot allow this to fucking happen again. We got to go out there. We got to strike hard. We got to strike fast. And then when we get up, we got to put our damn foot on their throat and keep them the fuck down. And that's part of that learning curve as a young team, a young coaching staff. I bet there won't be these mistakes next week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Tubby. We appreciate it. Eric, I'm going to do something that I've never done on this show before. And thank you, Tubby. We appreciate it. Trying to figure out why we're not on the air right now. Because I'm sitting here watching us right now on newsnet5.com. And
it's been a commercial for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I thank you. Thanks, Tubby.
Thanks, Tubby.
Yeah, does anyone know why that's going on? Let's get Faith on the line. And find
we got to
out
pay the bills.
Well, we got a lot of bills to pay, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a conversation between the 3 of us right now.
Yeah.
Want to find out why we're not on?
Yes.
All right.
You're doing that.
Should we throw a flag on them?
Yeah, let's throw a flag on ourselves.
Let's throw a flag on ourselves.
This is 3 of us. Is there a rebroadcast of this show?
Yes.
There will be a rebroadcast of the show, so if you're watching the rebroadcast, congratulations. Right. Otherwise, we've been in commercial for the last 6 minutes. So.